Hmm. What up, guys? Ooh. If we could do elf. Huh. New block. Oh, nice. Let's do 10 packs. Exile X target artifacts and creatures return exile. Okay, nice. Oh, nice. It's spider. Enchanted creatures. Oh, I already posted it. I'm a dummy. Okay. Might be a good card to have. Okay. More spider deck. I can increase. Based. A black blue. Yeah, I'll have to buy some more cards and build more, but it looks like I can do a black blue spider deck. Goon. True. Real gooning hours. Ooh, I could do an insect spider deck. That'd be kind of sick, actually. Now think about it. Ah, yes, your flags, my brother. Would death touch count? That's a good question to ask. I think it does. I think it would kill him. Because there's that one card that oh, come on. Some 3-drops. Seda? What about data? What about, is it Seda or SATA? Is it data or data? Bum, bum, bum. Okay. We're gonna destroy her. Oh, we can do that. And then later. Oh. Allegedly, my drive may be either failing or the SATA cable is not plugged in right. Probably disconnected like HDMI. We did it wrong. Still in here. Still here on the SSD though. Interesting. Can't you just do a smart test? Can that make the most sense? Because I run TUNAS and you know ZFS. I run a monthly smart test and I have it emailed to me. Oh, sorry to hear that. I hate HP. I'm an HP hater. You know what's funny? Everyone said Western Digital like drives are pretty not. They get a bad reputation, but no cap. This isn't just made it immortal. Oh, indestructible. Interesting. Okay, good. Cool. So I have Western Digital blue drives, by the way, the ones that are fucking hated, and 3 terabyte, by the way, which is apparently like the worst decision you can make. I ran that on my Proxmox server for 5 years, and I'm talking about read and write, like 24/7. I had SATA or SATA. Samsung SSDs are apparently the hot stuff right now. 1 terabyte for that's fucking crazy good. I feel a lot of bays. That's crazy good, actually. Let me rephrase that. If you don't have a lot of bays, then that's terrible. You might as well just get a hard drive. I care about capacity more than speed, to be completely honest. I know that sounds crazy. Capacity is, to me, is more important. I got about 20 terabytes over plus now. And I'm about to build a Kubernetes cluster in the coming couple months. Well, I'm not just a Kubernetes. I'm doing I'm going to do a Proxmox high availability Proxmox cluster. I'm going to have 3 machines, all Prox on it, Proxmox on it for redundancy, all connected to TrueNAS. I would love to build a TrueNAS beast. Kind of. I think TrueNAS is a little bit overkill for what I need, but and the 1 terabyte SATA SD are apparently also supposed to be last for a long. Yeah, I mean SSDs have a good reputation for lasting a long time. I mean hard drives, it kind of depends. They actually do some crazy good things with their. They have a biometric encrypted drive that's. They actually have self-encrypting drives too, which is kind of sick. If you ever want to go down that cool rabbit hole. And I think it's either them. I think Mac uses Opal. I think that's their self-encrypting drives. I like Samsung. I have one of their SSDs. I think it's the 870 EVO, I believe. And I have a couple of their thumb drives. They have a really low-profile thumb drive that I love. Very small. I like small thumb drives because sometimes I pick servers that require, like TrueNAS requires you to have a server, a flash drive, in the port for the operating system. And I got a Samsung flash drive that's very, very low profile, very thin, very small, very awesome. I forget why they have it that way, but it's kind of lame. It's not like Unraid, where Unraid is all flash drive. I don't get why Unraid does that too. They like make you use a flash drive for where you host the system. This just seems kind of retarded. But what do I know? That's why I don't want to use actually that, and the fact that it costs money yearly, I think, and then they have a lifetime. I'll be damned if I pay a yearly subscription fee for a fucking something I'm hosting in my house. You can suck my balls on that one. Nope, it is forever. So it's $50, I think. So it's not a. It's all lifetime. They have, no, I think the lifetime. So 1 year of OS updates. Oh, interesting. So it's $250 for the lifetime. That's a lot. Kind of crazy. Ooh. Yeah, every time I come back to that, I'm like, that's really gay, actually. I get it. They want to make money. But damn. As Pantera puts, they can lick my sack. Pantera? Mid. Oh no. I only have green and not enough drop. Give me wind. Oh my god, come on, man. Yay. Actually, this will help this card. If I can get one dark, I'm good. Bro. No monsters, no land. He has no monsters, I have no land. I'm gonna do this. I'll even say that, like, once NVE storage, I would love to do an all-flat server just for the memes. Like, that sounds really awesome. Oh, but come on, bro. This is crap. These fucking morons, man. Okay, finally. Damn. Yeah, it's tapped anyways. Oh, I know this. Fucking loser. Everyone copies this shit. Yikes, do they have no flying in fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I lost this one. Motherfuckers getting no land. That was crazy stupid. That's why I hate Wizard. Bunch of fucking bitches is what they are. Smoking crack in their mansions. Ooh. Cool. There we go. For whatever reason, the entire kernel is being recompiled because you've been hacked by Linus Torvalds himself. Damn. You should download the entire Bitcoin blockchain. That's what you should do. And then you'll know what real painfully slow is. You feel like you're compiling Gen 2 on 1985 hardware. Here we go. No land. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna build these guys. That's crazy. These fucking morons. Bitcoin mining is just basically compiling Bitcoin with a GPU. For real. Compiling Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a psyop now. But I think if you're going to... So I swap... I buy Bitcoin and then swap it for Monero. And completely honest, it's probably not as private as I could make it. It'd be better if I did it from my own node. So that's the goal. Like I have my own Monero node. I need to get just dedicated Bitcoin hardware, hardware to do my own node. I've thought about setting up Rohan, whatever it's called, Rohan Dojo. So, because I pretty much just use Monero to pay for like certain stuff. I don't even look at it as a store of value. It's just private. I don't have to give out any information. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a private way to be on the internet that gives you a sense of security. People say that Monero has no value, but I mean, it's bought me stuff. That's how I pay for my podcasting, hosting service. That's how I pay for a lot, Mullvad if I want to use a VPN. Tutanota indirectly supports Monero. Like I can buy, there's a place that I can buy time with it, and then I don't have to give my card information, and I quite literally oh yeah, I was gonna build a new deck. What am I doing? I quite literally purchase things with it, and it's barely ever in my wallet for a long period of time because I like to use Monero as if it was cash, but digitally. And I know people say like, oh, but what if internet go out? I mean, the whole internet would have to go out, the entire internet, all of it, which is just not possible. Cryptocurrency is very decentralized. The problem with Bitcoin is I think it's just been compromised at this point. Not only that, it's like when people would buy Bitcoin because it was somewhat decentralized away from the government and it gave you some form of your own banking and your own security. And let me tell you what, government found out and they're like, hell no. Not collect. Okay, spider time. But we're kind of heading into a dystopian area. Should I do black? Black, green, red. A super combo. Ooh. Gonna reset the DVD. Drive connectors, be back. You should get a new DVD player. Okay. Green, red. I have green, black, so let me try. Huh. May cast a spell for white if you also return. Ooh, we could do like green, black, and do insect. Okay, this is kind of a sick 3-drop. Oh, I think I did green black already. What up, Blankton? This will be better. Okay. Have enough, have enough. Oh yeah. Goddamn Discord man, their algorithm literally is making fun of me. Nah. Reach Deathlight, sacrifice this creature, search your library for a spider. Hero card, reveal it. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Insect. I remember you told me you documented my coding journey for a you guys should do a blog like yours, maybe instead of MD files, but Jack Keeper Magic. True magic. Mine's in Markdown. All my entire blog's in Markdown, actually. Markdown's like awesome, because then you don't gotta fucking know HTML, and I hate HTML. Magic with a capital M. But since my laptop took a shit, I haven't been able to write. And I haven't been able to... Because that's where I do most of my writing for my videos. and my blog and everything else. Like my desktop is really for, I know it's like first world problems, but my desktop is really just for me gaming and goofing off. I do all the recording here, but like most of my thoughts and ideas were like, I hate HTML and CSS too. Yeah, HTML and CSS. Like, most of my thoughts and ideas come from my laptop because I'm like, that's where I do a lot of my research. I don't really like doing research at home. I like going out and touching grass and doing research because then I don't get as distracted. In my house, I get distracted. My main PC is kind of like just for funsies. Yo, goofball. Just ask AI to do all the coding. All right, let's not be retarded. Hashtag goofball. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. Damn. In there. We're gonna have to hire people to fix this shit in a couple years. I can just feel it. Oh, yikes. What the fuck? I have a strict no AI policy while writing code. I think using it to learn is fun. Alright, this deck is really gonna fucking clap me because he's already... man. I mean, AI is... There's a use for AI. Saying it's biased is... I mean, AI can't be biased unless it's... Like it's gonna, if it gets its information from the public information, it's gonna be biased to whatever the public thinks, I guess. But I don't think AI can be biased itself. It's whatever information it collects. If you write your own if you write your own algorithm, like you write your own. Oh yeah, no one would ever hire you. If they'll figure it out real quick. All the people that are getting jobs right now, they're using it, they're gonna be cooked. They're gonna get fired. I wouldn't say AI is. I think AI is gonna be just biased on whatever society thinks. Whatever it's leaning to, depending what language model it scrapes and where it gets its info. If it gets all information from Reddit, obviously it's gonna be not good. Smart testing the drive now? Nice. Smart tests are very underrated. No mulligan, because we ain't no bitch. And then I'll bitch. I would say even there's probably uses for AI in your production. Instead of like, if you say you run into an issue, instead of you Googling like and reading through 18 documents or something, like obviously just ask AI. Jed, you have a wife. You shouldn't have to look at naked women anymore. You can trick Gemini to do. I've tricked AI into a ton of stuff, and I'm not even that smart. I'm pretty retarded. But I've gotten AI to trick. I think there's, like I said, I think there's a place for it. Like, I'm not gonna go through extensive documentation for certain stuff that I know I could get a quick answer to, because that'd be retarded. You may catch this spell for 4 or 5 seconds. Oh, okay. I might wait. My wife looks like Shrek's wife. He gave me naked pigs. You guys don't have to lie. Linux users don't have lives. Ooh, he knows. I know. That reminds me, I need to look at my smart reading. Yes. He knows I hate when people take food. Wait, Shrek's wife's pretty hot, so don't know if that's the insult that you were looking for. But there's still stuff. There's still like commands I have to, even though I've been using Docker for a long time and Linux in general, I still have to look up commands. So it'd be nice to have like maybe like make a AI make like Shrek's wife is thick. Yeah, 2 C's. Yeah. It's done more damage to me without even touching me. Good enchantment. What was I saying? Something about Shrek's wife. She's kind of thick. Like, oh yeah, there's a list of commands that I quite literally have that I would love to just fucking like have a sheet like just pin somewhere that reminds me to fucking do it like this way. But I control spider. Why vehicle no do what I need to do? Oh nice, I won. Mr. Robot Mask comes Friday. You mean Guy Fawkes? Nice stuff. This guy? Old bar guy mask. Oh, okay, so the second turn I gotta fucking whatever. Beast. I would even say that I don't know why Anonymous picked. I think so to be honest, I've never seen V for Vendetta. I never have. I've never watched it. Oh wait, are you talking about the fucking Monopoly? Bro, it's the fucking Guy Fawkes mask. They just didn't want to get fucking sued by V for Vendetta or some dumb shit. Yeah, it's the fucking Monopoly mustache man. I know. I haven't seen Mr. Robot in a while. A long time, actually. It's been a while. Really long while. I never even saw... I don't think I ever saw... I know how it ends, but I don't think I ever saw how it finished. I don't think I finished it. It got too dramatic. Meh, movie. By the way, I wonder, like, real hardcore hackers won't usually use Kali, right? No, real hackers definitely use Kali. Kali's a great tool, it's just bloated. But the problem with that is... like, you can't live off the land. Living off the land is one of the most important things to learn, like, when you learn, like, hacking and, like, cybersecurity in general, is the tools that you have don't always correlate to the environment you're in. A lot of those tools are great tools to learn because they might be used in, like, a very specific scenario that they're written for. Like learning how to use Metasploit, learning how to use this, I mean, it just sets up the environment for you so that you are efficient. And then once you realize that you have to do like living off the land, or you have to do red teaming or blue teaming or purple teaming or whatever, you quite literally have to start making your own tools because they're going to be very, very, it's going to be very specific to a scenario that doesn't exist. Probably. There's probably people that use it. They're like, if you're like on a pen test site and you don't want to like fucking spin up Ubuntu and you just need one tool, then yeah, spin up Ubuntu and download that one tool because Kali is very bloated. But Kali Linux is a good Linux distribution for that, its purpose. It has a purpose and a place, but my problem is Kali Linux is very bloated. So like, there's a lot of the tools if you don't need them, don't use them. And if you don't need them and you don't use them, just download the tools that you use on your regular Linux distribution. Like people saying skids, like people making fun of skids is like skids still. Everyone starts off as a skid. Everyone starts off untechnically knowledge about how computers work and how hacking works. If you stay a skid, whatever, if you can still hack people as a skid, you should be more embarrassed. Like, it's not calling someone a skid isn't a flex. If they do the job and they do a good, like, they still get the job done, it doesn't matter how you got it done. It's kind of more it's actually more embarrassing. You got someone that just kind of like fucking goofed their way through. Like I even say that like sometimes there is probably a need for people that are like I guess like where skids can fuck up is they probably don't have good OPSEC. Like they don't have good they don't have the experience to erase like their traces or like erase their like the damage they've done. I feel like most hardcore hackers just use Debian, Arch, or whatever to install Yeah, you'll get there. I think everyone gets there. Everyone gets there eventually. Like, everyone gets to that point where... No, there's probably hardcore hackers that use Kali. Like, why? Like, there's even something called Black Arch. Black Arch is literally just the hacking tools in Arch Linux. Again, each environment's going to be different, so it's going to always be different. So there's going to be a time where you need to make your own tools and use your own tools that are specific to your scenario. They never use Slackware in Mr. Robot. Yeah, true. Alright, you cooked. Yeah, also Purple Kali is like cool. It's just very heavy. A lot of these Linux distros are heavy, so you have to understand to like a certain perspective. There's going to be a gap between this is way too heavy for what I need. I have limited resources and I'm not living off the land. Like, look at, like, this might be a good, seeing Kali on Mr. Robot. That's, yeah, I don't bash on Kali. Living off the land tools, techniques, and procedures have boomed in popularity. Living off the land is a strategy where it involves the threat actor leveraging the utilities readily available within the target organization, digital environment to move through the cyber kill chain. This is a popular method because it's often cheaper, easier, and more effective to make use of an organization's own infrastructure in an attempt to attack rather than write bespoke malware for a heavy heist. So this is where you could take advantage of exploits that exist within the environment that maybe are known, unknown, maybe patched, not patched yet. If it's patched, like, do you find a way around it? How do you take advantage? Like, if you have, like, say, like a system, say you are like in an internal like company and they use Active Directory that's like 5 years past its patch, like it's old, they haven't updated in a long time. You could take advantage of that their Active Directory and maybe get, I think it's called Heartbleed. I think that's... I believe this was an Active Directory problem. Oh no, it was OpenSSL. I think, or was it Kerbos? Yeah, here's one. Me just walking the dog. Like, Active Directory is a huge, like, if you want a cybersecurity job, if you want to get into tech, if you want to get into hacking, learn Active Directory. All companies use it. Learn how to abuse, secure, and take care of Active Directory. If you do those things, then you can definitely be considered really lethal in the industry, and you're going to look more highly skilled. It's used in so many places. It's like knowing how Active Directory works and working with Active Directory and knowing how it's vulnerable is huge. It's used. I think it's Kerbos. How did you learn? Did you learn CTF or hack? I used a lot of Hack the Box. Not Hack the Box. What's the other one? Yeah. No, it was Hack the Box. And I just listened to a lot of talks. I listened to a lot of people talk John Hammond, excellent YouTuber. He explains it. The Cyber Mentor. Where is this channel? He does a lot of really good information. Learned a lot about Active Directory from him. His talks are like really like straightforward. He's like very direct. He doesn't do all the videos anymore like he used to, but like he has a really good thing called Ethical Hacking in 12 Hours. Yeah, he uses Ubuntu. He should be shamed for that. I mean, this is 3 years old, so you got to keep that in mind. But this was peak 6 million views. That's crazy. On a 12-hour video, it's impressive. But for there's another one. Oh, what's his name? He was so good. He stopped for a long time. I don't know if he still makes. I don't know if he still makes videos. I used to just listen to him talk. I never really like learned anything from it. But then there's Life Overflow. This guy's really cool. He is at an academy now, I believe. Like you can go learn hardware hacking. German moment. There's Lawrence Systems. Lawrence Systems is good. He does more of like the business side and like reviews of like owning an MSP and like some other stuff, and that's how I got started. Was Lawrence? I don't know what happened, but Learn Linux TV is good. I learned a lot about Linux from him. Object-oriented networking. Like, I forgot how I got to his channel, but it was probably something Proxmox related. I just like listening to him talk. And then, who is the other one? There's another one. Not Lawrence Systems. Oh yeah, Learn Linux TV. I'm pretty sure it was Proxmox that got me to find Lawrence Systems. That once I got into Proxmox, it was like I learned a lot about Ansible from Learn Linux TV. He's kind of milked. I don't mean it in a mean way. He's very boring. He's like he's one of the best teachers I had. Volsec Academy. Yeah, I think. But Linux Live TV. If you're okay with the way he talks. This is no hate. I just get really... He's a very monotone person. Oh, he's at 1 million subs. That's awesome. I love that. He's really fucking... getting that shit up. And he has a podcast. That he does... He has a podcast he does. I would listen to it. It was like a security podcast. I learned a lot just listening to like him talk in the background. He likes Debian, so my respect goes out the window every time I'm reminded of that. Yeah, he's a very acquired taste. He's just very, very monotone. I don't like it, but that's just it's a personal taste. It's no hate. I learned a lot about Linux from him. Oh, yeah, members only. God damn it. Damn it. It's like how many fucking... His intro reminds me of early 2000s. Very fucking...
is more than likely something you'll already have access.
Yeah, I can't. But I respect I respect his grind. Him craft computing. I like craft computing. What's the other one? Lauren Wired is kind of nice. What is the other one? Do you know Yuri Assembly and Reverse Engineer lessons on YouTube? No. Oh, Hackaday though. Hackaday is great. I go on their website a lot. Trulia based. What is the other one? There's a. Oh, nice. I tried learning Garuda. Ghidra. I tried learning Ghidra, and I was not a fan. You know, I'm gonna get sad. There's another one. R.I.P. Honestly. I'll probably find it. What is the name? Hack till it hurts. Oh, this is another good one. Sun
Hey, Sun here.
Kunston. Yeah, Hackaday is great. Sun Kunston did a lot of really cool stuff on PGP that I've listened to. Nova Spirit. Honestly, truly the worst thing. Truly the worst thing that ever happened to the internet was losing this man.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Don here.
Truly an L, honestly.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a while.
So much about Raspberry Pis from this guy. And just a lot of really cool shit. I was watching him right around this time when water cooling a Raspberry Pi 3. I learned about Proxmox. I wanted to buy this, the quad SATA hat for Raspberry Pi 4. I never ended up doing it for some weird reason. But I learned a lot about Raspberry Pi from him. He was such a huge inspiration when I first started doing self-hosting. I went here, Lowbyte Productions. I'll check it out. I think he is the reason I found Elementary OS. RIP though, truly. Truly a hero in the Linux community. Yo, base, Rust mentioned, guys. Let's see. I'll check them out. How does a OS boot? 50 minutes though? Gonna have to 2x speed that one. Dave Bombal is cool, and I get why he plays into the memes though. Like, very thumbnail. I think he's just trying to stick with the algorithm as much as possible. I get it. Man's got to make his bread. You'll own nothing and it's your problem.
If
Gets demonetized. David Bombal sues me. That'd be funny. There's another guy. There's a guy that I'll bookmark that guy later. Interfacing. What was the other one? Oh, I think this is how I found about the Banana Pi. Oh, there's this one guy, HD over fiber. This one's actually kind of cool. This guy right here, Alpard's Adventures, truly based. I don't know how I found him. I was looking for a way to run my own certificate authority server, and I just went down a rabbit hole, and I ended up finding this guy's channel. He only has like 80 videos or something, 190 videos. Smallest serial console server, guys. Look, low cost USB KVM. It's nice. Fighting the algorithm by sharing my bookmarks with you.
One of the biggest problems plaguing the modern citizens of the internet is discovery. Now, it didn't have to be this way.
This is true. Colin O'Flynn Computer Security University course is on YouTube. Oh, nice. This is so much closer than we used to expect when we got to 1993. I hate the algorithm too, because the algorithm can be kind of like, I fake my algorithm. I just look for shit as I go. I just feed it a ton of false information because I want the algorithm to not really suggest anything to me. And then there's certain times I'll go into I'll just won't log into YouTube. I'll just watch stuff and I'll look for it for myself. If I want to watch something, I just look for it for myself, I guess. Some people might like the algorithm, some people might not. And I think it's important to find that distinction.
The very first web browser, in fact, was both an HTML editor and a viewer. So you could...
Maybe I should watch this on 2x speed and stop every 4 minutes so I don't get a copy strike. Let's see what
create your content that you wanted to share with the world, and also view the content that other people had shared with you. It was a very mutually beneficial arrangement for everyone involved. But since then...
Or we could do this. Read. It's a list of things I like. Basically, I hope to post links to lesser known content creators or content I really enjoy. Hopefully this brings you things like the algorithm might not. So anyway, how do you run this server? Oh, it's a server. Interesting. Setting up a postmark server for the Fediverse. Today I'm bringing my shared bookmarks to the Fediverse. It's a list of things I like. Basically, I hope... Interesting. I ran this in an LXC container based on the latest Debian, Trixie. I'm hosting it in my environment. You can host it on a VPS or your own environment, whatever you want. Postmark's official Docker image is Postmarkets. Oh, wait, is this it? Nope. No, 16, so I've used the oldest still supported version. 18, hopefully it will not break all this. Postmarks is a bookmarking site that you own yourself and connect to the Fediverse. Interacting with Postmarket sites will, as well as Mastodon, Firefish, any text-based ActivityPub platform. You can read more about it here. Getting started, ethos, future ideas. Based. See you later, Billy. My YouTube feed is mostly paranoid guys living in forests, teaching survival skills, nature. Me when I was 12. This site allows the owner to add, edit, delete bookmarks, but it's only if a valid log event is provided. Check out the site to understand. Interesting. This is kind of cool. I like stuff like this because it makes me think of it makes me think of like I want the internet. I like thinking of the internet as like I should be able to discover this on my own without an algorithm breathing down my neck. If people want to take advantage of that and they want to be, you know, have an algorithm, let them have it, but not force it. And it's kind of forced at this point. If you want to use the internet, everything is like somewhat algorithmically driven, minus the Fediverse and like places like actual decentralized software and social media sites like Nostr, like places like Nostr, like you get to have some form of freedom and like own your own content and have some digital sovereignty, versus like Twitter that talks about being a free speech platform, but it's really not. It's just a cesspool of a bunch of Elon jerkers and retard schizophrenics that blame everything on you know, a certain group of people, and everyone's fighting. It's just kind of gay, and the reality of it. Like, I never take Twitter serious. I just like shit post on there 99% of the time, but it's just very cringe because people take it way too serious, and again, it's kind of lame. And I think it's honestly a sinkhole. I think Blue Sky's even not much better. Blue Sky is kneeling to some states' valid ID argument, government ID issue, which I think is ludicrous to use a social media site. If I have to use a social media site, I should be able to make that decision myself. If I'm not an adult, my parents should make that decision for me because, you know, kids can't really make their own decisions to like a certain degree, obviously, because they're not legally adults and their ability to consent doesn't really exist, but that's a totally different topic. So I hope your Simple X community grows. I honestly would be very happy for the community to be able to talk more comfortable there. Yeah, I love Simple X. I embrace people to actually go there and get. I'm not going to shut down any of the chat channels I have, no matter where it's at. Like, I'm going to keep Matrix even if it's one person that wants to use Matrix. I'm going to keep up. I have an I have an XMPP server for people that want to use XMPP. I have a Simple X server that I like to interact with there. I have Discord. I have these platforms because I want to be able to reach a certain type of audience where they want to communicate, and I think that is the most efficient way possible. I don't think it's a waste of energy or time because it doesn't cost me anything. If it was costing money, it would be a different story, but it cost me nothing. The only thing that obviously cost me money is my blog and my hosting, which I don't really care because I see these things as a net I try to see them as a net positive, and maybe it'll reach somebody, it'll push them to my podcast, it'll push them to my YouTube channel, and then eventually they'll find some form of free and open source software, and they'll want to make proprietary software less of part of their life, etc., etc. That's all that matters to me. It's not about building this large ass community. Actually, the more people that exit, I assume they're exiting because they're finding freer and a more open source software, and they're going on their own journey. That's how I took it. So like, if I lose a subscriber, I'm like, oh, they kicked Google and they went to Odyssey or something. I would consider a Signal group if it, as long as Signal maintains the problem is spam. That's the main issue. I would have to get a dedicated, inexpensive number to maintain that. But I would consider Signal. I would consider Signal, but I think Simple X is superior because it gives no identifiable information, and the metadata is much better. I still embrace people to use Signal because I think it's the best normie form of communication that cares about your privacy and respects your privacy and respects end-to-end encryption, hopefully, for the foreseeable future. Hopefully. Personally. But they could change. Policies can change. Companies can change. Remember that. Protocols can't. Like, these protocols are written for a reason. If they change and somebody figures out they changed them, You know what I mean? Like email protocols really haven't changed. Like protocols are that's why it's important. Your SimpleX is truly is yeah. SimpleX is probably the best option we have. I want to be clear that I think that anything can change and it could become compromised at any point. You should treat everything as though it could be compromised. That's my personal take, and I think it's important to keep it that. But I think SimpleX mitigates much of that compromisation. So Postmarks is a bookmarking site that you yourself owns. Oh yeah, the ethos. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Postmarks, a single user bookmarking website designed to be easily hosted on Glitch. Huh. RIP my money. If you haven't heard by now, boo. Glitch Postmark is aimed to provide 2 different functions. These functions are tag, indexing, bookmarking, ActivityPub publishing, simple comments, also powered by ActivityPub. It is inspired by a number of websites that are loved over the years, including Deliosis, Google Reader, and Branch. Social bookmarking service. That's crazy. Tag, indexing, bookmarking, activity publishing, simple commenting, also powered by ActivityPub. You own your instance. It's a complicated piece of software. As Mastodon, at the very least, you should feel welcomed and empowered to edit the CSS to set your own color scheme. I'll look into this. This seems very cool, very based. Huh. A lot changed from me personally since I found your channel. My life is pretty different now compared to before I started. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I hope people just take a grain of salt and I mean, when I started only a couple years ago on YouTube, and before before YouTube, I was using Calyx OS, and then I discovered Graphene OS, and I mean, I've learned a lot in the process. A lot of this is just what I'm relaying is stuff that I'm learning like either at the time or like just in the last like couple of weeks, which kind of like helps me understand it a little bit better. I mean, there's a name for it. Fred. It's an interesting learning tool. What's it called? There's a teacher for this. There's a person that's really famous for this. Like when you learn something, as you learn something. What is this? There was somebody there was a mathematician that who would be like learn, like as you learn something, teach it to other people, and it's supposed to help you understand the concept and the product better. And if you do that, you become more efficient at it because you can take very hardcore concepts and maybe understand it while you're teaching it. It's a very effective way to learn something. Even language. How do you learn a language? You do immersion. You learn about the language like listening people talking it. Like I kind of treat it like that. Like if you want to learn a language, the best way to learn a language is learn a word and then say it. Like teach it to someone that doesn't. Oh, learn by teaching. You know my favorite physicist, that's what it was. Richard Freeman. God, man. That fucking, I was gonna have a stroke. This is the guy. No cap. I think they named him after. This is the person. Freeman technique. It was called Freeman technique. Select a concept and map knowledge. Teach it to a 12-year-old. Review, refine, test in archive. Yeah, I remember this. It was cool. Yeah, very cool. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Very cool concept. $1988. Based. 69 years old. Nice. Large estimates. He assisted in the development of the atomic bomb during World War II. Yeah. Freeman was a keen popularizer of physics through books, through lectures, including top-down nanotechnology. There's plenty of room at the bottom. Yeah, very cool. Very, very interesting. Yeah, he taught himself trigonometry, advanced algebra, infinite series, and both different calculus before entering college. This is crazy. He was experimenting with mathematical topics such as half derivative using his own notation. He created a special symbol for logarithms, sine. Okay. He's a Nobel Prize winner. He also played the bongo and was a real woman's man. He had a song on YouTube called Orange Juice Playing the Bongo. That's kind of funny, actually. Oh, he's part of the Manhattan Project. That's got to be crazy, though. Hey, guys, look at these bongos. By the way, I created the nuclear bomb. Oh, Equal protesters entering the hall picketing a lecture he was doing. He later reflected on the incident, claiming that it prompted him to saying that women do indeed suffer prejudice. And interesting. He recalled holding meetings in strip clubs, drawing naked portraits of his female students while learning, lecturing, and pretending to be undergraduate to deceive young women. That's crazy. Yellow green chair. Okay. Well, this is crazy. In he won the inventing the Freeman diagrams. He was a pioneer. Yeah, and Freeman bought a Dodge Tradesman Max van. Yellow, bronze, khaki interior, and yellow green interior with a custom Freeman diagram. Oh, okay. After Freeman's death, Gwen sold the van for $1 to one of Freeman's friends, film producer Ralph Linton, who later put it into storage where it began to rust. In 2012, video game designer Seamus Blackdy, the father of Xbox, bought the van. Quantum was the license plate ID. That's crazy. Yeah, very interesting. Interesting person. Challenger disaster. You gotta love it. All right, guys, I have given an hour of 18 minutes of my day. I will see you all in the next video. Make sure to like and share with your friends.